Welcome, wrestling fans, to On the Mat. If I sound a little hoarse and Mr. Holiday seems a little tired, we just got done with the Anarchy show here at the Berwyn Eagles Club. It's a good chance that I've had a opportunity to catch up with Max. I've seen him around, never had the opportunity. So, Mr. Max Holiday, I appreciate you coming on to the show.
I appreciate you having me.
I actually heard a lot about you from different promotions and so forth, but I guess the main thing is what brought you into the independent scene.
Growing up, watching wrestling, I was a Hulkamaniac.
Okay.
So I used to watch it on Saturday mornings with my dad and my uncle in my grandmother's basement. That's when I caught the bug, as they say. I was hook, line, and sinker. I bought it. I was into it. Hulkamaniac, the Mega Powers. That's where I got into wrestling. It was at that point I knew I wanted to be Hulk Hogan, Right. I wanted to be Macho Man. So when the time came, and I was of age,
Where did you go? What fans is there's different training centers out there. Some are good, some are training centers.
Yeah.
Where did you find your way in at?
It's actually kind of funny. Originally, I went and talked to me and a friend of mine who goes by Bear, Eric A. Bear. We went and talked to Sonny Rogers at PWI on the north side. We actually shopped it. We went and talked to Sam at Windy City when he was over on the east side. It wasn't until Eric was going to school with a guy that goes by the name of Charcoal.
Okay.
He's now former Lunatic Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion.
Oh, LWF.
LWF. So I firmly rooted in LWF.
I'd be darned.
I never really made it to the shows, but that's where I trained. I trained under CM Punk. I trained under Brad. I was at the infamous Bump Factory.
The Bump Factory. I was getting ready to ask you that. Never had a chance to see it, but LWF is almost lightning in a bottle when it comes to the independent scene. The story has it, they started back in the field and just started having friends over, and it exploded. And there's a lot of stars that have spawned off of LWF. The list goes on. You had Grin, he was with them. Braun the Lumberjack.
Yep. Machine.
Yes.
Machine, of course. I mean, you got Billy Wax, CM Venom, who's still on the scene.
Yeah.
Brooks, Supreme, all those guys. I mean, there's still guys that are wrestling now that have actually had their roots start. Acid, yeah.
He was. He was everywhere. And of course, that Billy Wack was part of On the Mat back in the day. So, well, that's good. So you're working your way in. When was your first match? Do you know?
My first match was actually for a promoter by the name of Big Lou. He promoted boxing and wrestling.
Okay.
He did a lot in Chicago Heights. He worked with the Salazar boys.
Yeah, you know what? I think I worked one or two shows.
Yeah. So my first official match was I was the lucky fan in the crowd that got their number drawn, and I wrestled Pledge Jones from the LWF.
Okay.
In front of a couple hundred people. I got to be that lucky fan that got his butt whooped by an actual wrestler.
Right.
So that was my first official match in professional wrestling.
Well, so as time has gone on, you know how many promotions are out here in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I mean, how do you feel about it in regards of promotion-wise, or just the opportunity to work and hone the craft?
In Chicago, the Chicagoland area, I was here when the commission was around.
Yes, so was I.
So, I mean, we know how things were when the commission was around. It was strict, but business was done, and it was done right. Once the commission went away, I feel things just kind of, every Tom, Dick, and Harry that gets a tax refund becomes a wrestling promoter. I mean, I believe that's the running joke, right?
Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness, the commission. I remember the patch that the referees had to wear.
Blue shirts, right?
Yeah,
blue shirts, yeah.
Shit,
I remember it. I loved it personally, but whatever. Yeah, no. Since the commission went away, I mean, wrestling, it's oversaturated. Definitely in this area. It was. I feel now that the pop-up promotions, if you will, they're
popping up, exactly.
Popping out, I guess. The bubble's bursting. They're going away, slowly but surely. I mean, you still get your crash tested here and there that pop up, but I mean, it's going to happen. But I feel now that the Chicago scene has kind of leveled off, where you have your Pro Wrestling Blitz, south, you have Anarchy Berwyn, you have POW north, you have ARW right at the border. So.
Right. And yeah, even AAW, they even got their spot in, which of course they ran here at the Eagles Club numerous times. I mean, the Berwyn's Eagles Club is just kind of like notorious for wrestling shows.
It is. It's really cool. It's one of those venues in Chicago that you just have to wrestle at because of the nostalgia behind the building.
Oh, absolutely.
This is one of them. The Midlothian Rec Center is one of them. I've wrestled there. So. Toyota Park. I got to wrestle at Toyota Park. That's not one of them, but I don't know. I got to do it, so I'm throwing it out there.
Windy City deal and all that crap.
But there's definitely infamous venues in the Chicagoland area. Berwyn Eagles being one of the biggest ones for sure.
Absolutely. What do you like and what do you dislike about the indie scene?
I dislike politics as much as I like politics.
Right.
I hate it, and it exists. But I love the intimacy of independent wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that with the E. You don't get that. Well, I guess you kind of get it with Impact. But you don't. I mean, the E for example. You don't get that. You're going to watch a grand production.
Right.
On the independent scene, I feel it's more intimate.
Right.
It's smaller crowds, so you're able to interact better. And personally, I think you get better reactions because it's more of an intimate setting, and you're able to connect. Connect with the people that are actually sitting there, as opposed to this mass that's out there.
Yeah, one of you people you can't.
Right, I'm talking to you up in the upper nosebleed section, F400. I love the intimacy of.
No, absolutely. I like myself as the small crowds and how you guys get a charge with working with the crowds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys like you get it. You really do. I mean, you got some of the rookies out there who are still learning the craft, and you even got some vets out there that don't interact as much as they should. As much as they should. And they know better. And you've got your good wrestling, you got your bad wrestling, and all that. What is the scariest thing that you have seen in the ring? Working a match. We're workers there and all that. What's the scariest thing you've seen in a match?
Scariest thing I saw in a match, I was wrestling at the Paul Hall Center in Chicago, 103rd and Halstead, for IUWA, Chi-Town T, former Windy City wrestler, Urban League, I believe.
Yeah.
He was wrestling at the time. Team Dammit had left WCW.
Right.
And that was unheard of, at that time in, the late 90s, early 2000s, when they finally separated from Sam Cicero and were venturing into the independent scene. They were at the IUWA show, which I was a part of, and they were wrestling with Chi-Town T. And they did a flaming table spot in the middle of the ring. They doused the table in alcohol. And as you know, it doesn't light necessarily.
Right.
So they throw a pack of lit matches into the middle of the table. This was just really poorly done. But this was the scariest thing I'd ever seen. So from the second rope, Willie Richardson power bombs Chi-Town T through this saturated table, saturated in alcohol with a flaming box of matches.
Oh no.
Once Chi-Town hit the table, it was like an atomic bomb went off. Flames everywhere, and all you saw was this hopping fireball out of the ring. And we were getting all prepared to do a rumble after this match. We all cleared the ring, cleared out from Gorilla. He ends up getting taken away, and ambulance ends up with I think it was second, third degree burns.
Yeah, I've heard a story, something like that. I'm gonna talk to Willie about that next time on the show.
Yeah, ask him about the flaming table spot.
The flaming table spot.
That was scary. That was definitely the scariest.
As everybody knows, you are Anarchy, heavyweight champion.
Yes.
Twice.
Two times.
You've almost been with Anarchy from almost the beginning. Correct?
I was from the beginning.
Yeah.
I actually had to fight for a spot in Anarchy.
Really?
Supposedly I carried a reputation, but I had to fight for a spot here in Anarchy with at the time Santana when he was running the joint. The Icon, I don't know. I guess the Icons walk around, Hollywood Icons walk around with a bad reputation, and so it supersedes us. But I had to fight for a spot here. Wow. Definitely did. A lot of people think because me and Starks now are good friends that I've been handed everything. But I'm going to tell you right now, when John Burke, you know
Right.
John Burke.
Oh yeah, he was one of my trainers.
He was the original booker for Anarchy, and if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd be doing half the crap that I do now.
Wow.
He was the one that kind of said, Bruiser.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? That's awesome, because I had just started studying, Brody.
Right. You, matter of fact, I remember you were taping the wrist and you were kind of mimicking a few different moves.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. So, it was kind of Burke that finally said, all right, you're here, you want to be here, this is what I want you to do. You do this. And I went out there. You tell me what to do, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I went out, I did it, it was over. Next thing you know, me and Paulie Tomaselli are in a 2-year feud, if you will, back and forth. It resulted in me eventually winning the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, actually, that's like when I first started coming into
Yeah.
Anarchy. Tomaselli was here. John was running the books and all that. I take it you like it here.
Oh, I love Anarchy, absolutely.
I mean, they got a good mix of some of the younger guys and the vets that coming around, and I see that we are changing pace here at Anarchy. Yes, I am a part of Anarchy. There's a little bit of a change of pace that's going on. I mean, how do you feel about that direction?
I'm always for something new.
Yeah.
I personally like it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, WWE has set the pace for everybody. Everybody's adapted their PG take on wrestling. Anyone that's a wrestling fan knows that wrestling is anything but PG. Is anything but. So I kind of like the edgier way that we're going here at Anarchy. That and I'm the champ.
Yeah.
And they brought the Hollywood Icon gimmick back, which I felt it never really got its just deserves, I guess. I don't know, and it's getting it now. So they're taking my idea and they're using it, and of course I love Anarchy though.
Well, I say it's good when you're given the ball to run with, and like I said, guys like you have it. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the best of it, and it's over. I mean, oh my God,
Well, it's like the Sinister gimmick with Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
When I was asked to go over to Blitz, which
Right.
for the most part is a fairly large promotion.
Right. One of the best in the scene, actually. I mean, they have a top-notch,
They do.
production and everything.
That definitely runs on par. Anarchy, Blitz, AAW, definitely
Right.
all at the top level. But when they asked me to go over there, and they said, well, "You're not doing Max Holiday," I was like, "Oh, I was devastated.
Right.
I've been doing this for years." But I got to be with friends over there, former LWF guys, and we developed Sinister.
Yes.
Which was literally a group effort, and I was like, "All right, well, this is what I'm going to do." And to my surprise,
It took off.
took off.
Right.
I mean, I was over there. No matter what I was doing, if I was wrestling Tyrus or Brodus Clay, or if I was losing to William Jacobs,
Right.
it didn't matter because Sinister was over. I believe it was Yabo.
Yeah,
Came out
Yabo
to-
the Clown. That is like one of the most original gimmicks on the independent scene that we have not seen in a long time.
I love Yabo. He came up to me and he's like, "You don't," because I'm a part of the 3 rings of Blitz. He's like, "You don't even need to be in the 3 rings. You're too evil." I'm like, "Well, come on." That's how over it got with everybody. So that's awesome. It tells me I'm doing it right. I'm doing something right. So yeah.
Well, that is awesome. I'm just more or less, what little I have followed Blitz. I mean, you were with Ringmaster, and Ringmaster, great mind for telling things. He's great,
Absolutely.
Very, very creative. So.
Absolutely.
So what do we see in Max in the next couple years here? You're gonna still play around on the scene, or do you want to shoot for NXT, or are you happy where you are? Because some guys say, "Yeah, I'm happy doing what I'm doing." You got a life, you got work. I mean, come on, we're not getting rich on the independent scene, folks.
No.
This is more passion than pay.
I do get paid. Surprisingly, I get paid more than a lot of guys. That is weird. Hey, no, it's definitely.
No, you deserve it, man.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. No, wrestling. I love wrestling. Period. I don't know. Heavyweight champ right now at Anarchy. I'm going to do it for a couple more years for sure. I would love to shoot for NXT. I'd love to go to the E. I'd love to make a living.
Right.
Is it in the cards? We'll see.
Right.
I'd love to. But for now, I'm going to defend the Anarchy Pro Championship and take the Philippines where I can.
Yeah, that's right. You know,
Hit me up. Holiday Special Twitter.
Too, right. Well, there you go, fans. It is getting late. It's definitely past my bedtime, and I'm sure he wants to hit the road too. So
I got some partying to do.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You know, icon. Anyway.
Right, absolutely.
Icon. Anyway, we're gonna catch good old Max Holiday in action, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Here comes one of your friends, Dave Alllen.
I've known Dave Alllen for decades. I watch him come into the business. I watch him grow in the business. I've watched him conquer the business.
Oh, yeah. Wow, 1987 was something when he, and I'll tell you, Appetite for Destruction
And there he is.
one of my favorite albums, and he's coming out with Eric Draven.
Two of the best. Two of the best.
World's heavyweight champion.
Nice.
After all, he is the Bruiser Brody of the Midway. Jelly, it's supposed to be like this, my friends. It's been like this since the 80s.
These might be two of the best in Anarchy, about to square off here.
Like true gladiators. Here they go, folks. Dave Alllen and Max Holiday for the World Heavyweight Championship. Dave Alllen got a couple shots in on the champion. There we go. Reversal of the Irish whip into the buckles. Max Holiday missed him. Trying to close on him.
Nice. Move, Dave.
Dave. Like a dart.
Nice, buddy.
Draven got laid out. Sunset flip lands over him. Nice telegraph drop kick from him.
Over.
The flawless one. He knows what he wants to do. European uppercut there. Here we go into the buckles. Back over with a smash to the jaw. Unfortunately, Dave Allen's going to taste the steel post. And he is the man. And a clubbing blow right to the back there. Max Holiday, I got to admit, he is the Bruiser Brody of the Midway. Up and out he goes. Mr. TCB, I know what he's doing. He's circling around his prey, and a double axe handle right to the portion of the back here. Uh-oh. Max Holiday went right off the post like a basketball, right off the backboard. Referee Seymour Butts was officially that count, and an elbow drop by Dave Alllen. One count says the referee here. A little bit out there. Forearm smash again. And again, another forearm smash. Into the ropes. Caught his foot. Clothesline and a beauty 360 and out of there.
Oh, that was a nice move.
Oh no.
That's
like you once said, he's gonna sniff him out.
That's a metal chair. It ain't a steel chair. That's a no give kind of chair. This.
That one went all the way to Poland on that one. What a runaway mafia kick, just like Masachono. He came in, blasted him, and knocked him out silly. Dave Alllen just got sniffed out and he got cold cocked.
Well, really, he just got kicked in the face.
Yeah, and sandwiched. Referee's trying to tell him, you gotta get in the ring, son. One, two, and no. Scoop him up and slam him down. Oh my. Uh-oh. What a high 6-foot leg drop. 1, 2, and no. I mean, he had a telegraphed leg drop almost like Van Hammer almost.
It was great. Really, Van Hammer?
Yeah, old school. Come on, old school. And la madre, man. Come on, you. Don't be such a wuss.
Van Hammer.
I know my stuff when I see it.
How about Mike Awesome?
Hey, Mike Awesome had the same thing too, kid.
The best.
Hey, that's why they're in heaven.
Oh, it's Seymour!
Seymour just got crunched. Seymour just got crushed. We're going to need another referee out here. If we could send one, that'd be great.
Oh!
Diamond cutter, picture perfect, crystal clear, high definition, roll them into one, and look what you got. Voila! Another Mafia kick to the face.
And Max.
1, 2, and 3.
And he kicks out.
2 9/5 of the way. Diamond cutter? Hello.
Diamond cutter, Mark.
He can fly. Hey, flying is all about timing.
It's an inverted neck breaker.
Hello, 1, 2.
And he's done. Oh, man!
2 and about
How closer can you get?
9/6.
How closer can you get?
9/6 to the
He
way.
should have had it.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Whoa, nice!
Max Holloway's in trouble.
He was waving his pinkies.
It's time for the Mexican.
Oh!
No way.
Stomped him.
Right dead in his tracks. 1, 2, and
Oh, man! Holiday will not quit. There's no quit in Mr. Holiday. There's a lot of facial hair, but there's not a lot of quit.
you're not gonna kill him. He's too hard.
That's how it's done.
Right towards Holland, which is Amsterdam. That form smash went a couple rounds. 3. Reversal of the Irish whip. Oh boy.
And he catches him, and he throws him.
Snake eyes.
Here it comes. The boot to the head.
It's over. 1, y la 2, y la 3.
Hey, and Max Holiday is still your champion.
World Heavyweight Champion.
Pro Heavyweight Champion, the bruiser of the Midway, Max Holloway!
Max Holloway, ladies and gentlemen, pulls another W out of his pocket. He is the greatest world champion in APW history.
It's true, buddy.
Oh boy. What an awesome pay-per-view! Fans, I'm telling you, if you thought you've seen it all, wait till April 19th. We're gonna come back here one day before.
J.A., always a pleasure, buddy.
Oh man!
Do me a favor and put your pants back on. The show's over.
Oh, I've been having my pants on. Get out of here with that. Well, to all of our fans, thank you very much. This is Jason Allen Storm.
I'll put my pants back on. This is Boy Toy Brian.
We're gonna see you April 19th on pay-per-view, fans.
This is Wrestling 101, and this is Acid Jazz. And the thing that irks me so much about professional wrestling is guys not properly being trained, okay? You guys can't just go out there and think wrestling is easy because you've seen it on TV or because you did it in your backyard, okay? You have to go to legit wrestling school. That's the one thing that irks me the most, especially guys who have these hopes and dreams and aspirations of going to WWE. Yeah, they can't even get booked on the indies. Once you get proper training, once you get a proper looking body as a wrestler, and once you get a proper gear to look like a wrestler, then I believe you can call yourself a wrestler. Oh, and by the way, before you guys think that you know everything, I've been doing this since 2000, and I'm still learning things. So there's no such thing as you knowing it all. This is Acid Jazz, and that's Wrestling 101.